Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD465.tv. And in this video, I'm going to try and give you guys a due diligence style review of a new project that we picked up in one of our crypto public portfolios. I think it's the Crash portfolio. Now, this project is extremely risky and it came out of Binance Alpha. And most projects coming out of Binance Alpha don't succeed. This one, maybe, maybe not. I have no idea which way it's going to go. I took a punt and I'm hoping it will deliver when it comes to profitability, but you never know. And that project is Trade Tide AI, ticker symbol TTD, and we're going to do that based on publicly available resources. But before I proceed, guys, please know that I am not a financial advisor. If you do require financial advice, please approach someone who's actually trained to give you financial advice. The information contained in this video is just for educational as well as entertainment purposes. That said, guys, if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. We are still standing and we're one of the few channels that brings you non-conventional content. That said, let's come back to Trade Tide, which positioned itself as an execution-first AI trading agent stack, natural language analysis to strategy design to backtesting, eventually reliable execution across centralized exchanges and DEX venues with incentives for GPU providers, execution nodes, and strategy developers. Let's look at some key features for Trade Tide AI. It has a unified analysis to simulation to execution workflow. It is described as a unified interface where users can query market conditions, indicators, on-chain activity, receive AI-generated assessment and strategy suggestions, run multi-time frame backtesting, then route execution to supported venues, for example, centralized APIs or DEX liquidity. It also hosts natural language reasoning and execution model. The stated differentiation is that the AI is not only chatting about trades, it is intended to connect to routing or execution while maintaining control over accounts and custodial arrangements. It also has an agent framework for extensibility, and this is emphasized as a future agent work framework where developers or quant researchers can build autonomous strategies with defined risk parameters. Moving on to execution-first positioning, which offers a clear narrative. The project explicitly contrasts Trade Tide with intent passes and single strategy bots, positioning Trade Tide as execution-first infrastructure intended to deliver reliable execution, not just insights. Let's move on to some use cases then for Trade Tide AI. Here we'll be looking at who will actually use this. You got retail traders who are going to be guided by AI, doing technical risk insights, eventually getting to one-click execution and portfolio agents. Professional traders and quants who will be backtesting multi-venue execution automation, risk modules, and strategy packaging for reuse or monetization. You also have developers and builders who will be using the software development kit, agent sandbox, strategy marketplace, and incentives for building modules as well as agents. What about the token value proposition and how the token is supported always matters. You don't want something that is detached from the activity like most governance tokens. The ticker symbol for Trade Tide is TTD, and it is the utility asset that is used for advanced AI functions, execution or computation services, governance participation, ecosystem incentives for GPU providers, execution nodes, strategy developers, and it integrates a soft decay emissions model. Going deeper on the intended mechanics of the TTD token, it grants access for advanced AI features, backtesting, execution models, fee denomination in token for execution features, routing and automation, creating a usage that leads to token demand linkage. Let's move on to tokenomics. It's reported to have a fixed supply of 1.2 billion, no further issuance after Genesis. I think CoinMarketCap actually states 1 billion, but it could be 1.2 billion. Okay, fixed supply of 1 billion and circulating supply at the time of recording 837 million. So that's like 13.7%. Emissions pool design with 15 million first month, decaying 4 to 5% monthly from a 22% allocation. Things may have changed, but that's what they are claiming. Let's move on to the competitive landscape. Who does it compete with? We are going to split the landscape into clusters. We got DeFi infrastructure adapters or access frameworks such as Giza, integration depth, but less end-to-end orchestration. Then we have authorization or policy layers, for example, Brahima, useful primitives but not a full trading platform. Then you got quant or forecasting toolkits like Almanac, which boasts strong analytics but high barriers or limited public deployments. We also have retail AI terminals such as Infinite, which has good user experience, weak execution, depth or risk controls. Then we have the meme vibe agent trading, where they only capture attention with limited defensibility. Trade Tide's claimed wedge is execution reliability and full life cycle tool which integrates analysis, strategy, backtesting, risk, and execution, plus an incentive layer for compute and execution operation. But this is what I think, though, which I think you may want to know what I think because I'm presenting this to you guys. This is an incredible differentiation if and only if they actually ship robust execution and risk tooling. Many AI trading tokens stall at the analysis terminal stage. Execution is harder. Exchange connectivity, slippage controls, key management, risk limits, monitoring, and incident response. Future potential for the TTD token. Will it outperform? Let's consider the roadmap catalysts. The roadmap highlights the first half of 2026 where they are going to be looking at execution pipeline release, one-click centralized exchange spot derivatives, risk control, stop loss, take profit logic, plus cross-chain expansion, expanding to Ethereum and Arbitrum. And Q3 2026, the team will be focusing on goal-driven portfolio agents. And then in Q4 of 2026, the team will be focusing on strategy marketplace and developer SDK. If the bull market continues, the first half of 2026 is the key window. Shipping execution and risk controls is the difference between narrative token and used token. Then if we look at the evidence of traction as being claimed by the project, they are claiming to have over 150,000 community members across X, Telegram, and Discord. And they are also claiming to have over 42,600 on-chain interacting users. But these are self-reported, so you must take them with a pinch of salt. Moving on to distribution and liquidity events, the TTD token is being traded on exchanges like KuCoin, Maxi, among many others. And price outlook and predictions, let's look at the different scenarios. Currently, the price is sitting at, according to CoinGecko, it's sitting at about 5 cents with a circulating supply of around 140 million or somewhere thereabouts, and market cap just above 700,000, which is why I was saying it's extremely risky. And because this is an early stage token and it can move 10 to 100x on liquidity regime shifts, price prediction should be framed as market cap outcomes tied to adoption milestones. Let's try and give you 3 scenarios here. Let's start with the bear case or the base case. If they ship products and adoption is modest, we are talking of a market cap of between 5 and 15 million if we consider the current circulating supply of 150 million TTD tokens, and that implies that the price will reach between 4 cents to 10 cents or 11 cents. And the upside driver here will be working execution plus modest user growth. And failure mode is low retention with differentiation or token utility which will not be enforced. Moving on to scenario 2, which is the bull case. Execution ships, meaningful retail, and creator traction. Market cap will probably be between 25 million to 75 million, and implied price will be between 18 cents to 54 cents. So if we ever reach these prices, then the current prices of under a cent, they're excellent prices, but then they may turn out not to be excellent because the token will go to zero. So please do your own research. I'm just sharing with you what's going on in my head as far as this project is concerned. But we've got some requirements though to have a price range of 18 cents to 54 cents. We will be looking at real execution volume and visible agent profit and loss with risk controls. Strategy marketplace actually used, not just announced. Credible fee flows in token or buyback. Treasury linkage is claimed. And the final scenario will be the strong bull case, where it's extremely rare, but it may become a category leader, and we'll be talking of a market cap of between 150 million to 300 million. That will then give us an implied price of $1.07 to $2.14. That's what I think. I could have rounded it up, but I'm going to leave it like that. And the requirements for us to reach those implied prices will include TradeTide becoming a go-to execution layer for AI agents, which I doubt very much. Developers monetize strategies at scale, sustained user growth beyond airdrop cohorts, clear resolution of ticker and tokenomics inconsistencies. We're talking of institutional capital. Here, institutional capital will not tolerate ambiguity. So if you think, say, TradeTide will become like the virtuous protocol of what it's trying to do, then maybe we may reach some crazy prices. Some key risks here. The first one that I noted when we're doing the research is the original ticker symbol was TDTE. Now it's TTD. Maybe they changed their minds. And execution is also hard, and failure could be visible if they fail on execution to be very visible. Routing, slippage, latency, exchange stability, risk limits, monitoring, key custody, execution systems fail in real time. Then we have airdrop user versus retained user. They are different users altogether. Airdrops and listings can inflate short-term numbers. Durable success requires repeat usage and demonstrable strategy performance. And finally, crowded category. AI trading, or DeFi, DEFAI, is crowded. Differentiation must be proven with shipped product and measurable outcome. What do you think, guys? You think Trade Tides is a decent project to invest in? I've taken a punt and I'm quite happy for that small amount to go to zero. But if the price drops, I am going to jump in and probably increase the size of that to something significant. I don't know what you think, guys, but this is an extremely risky project. It could just go to zero. It might not come back, but I also think there's space for it. If AI comes back, this will probably do well. Let me know what you think in the comment section. My final thoughts on Trade Tides is that its pitch is simple. It should go as follows. Stop asking your AI what it thinks, make it prove it in production. If it ships the execution layer and risk controls on schedule, it is a plausible route to becoming infrastructure rather than a novelty terminal. If it doesn't, it risks becoming what crypto already has plenty of, a very articulate chart leader with no brokerage account. Over to you guys. Let us know in the comment section. Until the next one, FD for 65.tv. Signing out for now. Bye.